Hello everyone! Today I'm excited to discuss the intercultural communication in film Pearl 2022 and how it relates to cultural identity and communication gaps. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Nanda Bulandewani Kirtawardhani and my student number is 107. And let's go! Tada! This is a table of contents that we're gonna talk today. So, today we're gonna talk about this concept. The first one, cultural shock, and then identity, also Hofstede's value dimension, and circles of English. We use this concept to analyze this film Pearl more deeper. So before we're gonna explore this film more deeper, let me introduce a little bit about this film. Pearl is a psychological horror film about identity, dreams, and isolation. This film using set during World War I, and it highlights cultural struggle and societal expectation in this main character. So the first one, we're gonna explore about cultural shock in immigrants' families. So, Pearl's mother, Ruth, faces a cultural shock adapting to America because she is a German, and it makes her to forcing strict rules to preserve German values in these families.
A star!
Different from her mother, Pearl experiences reverse cultural shock, rejecting her family's tradition for modern American dreams. So, this scene is symbolizing her desire for fame. And then the next one is about identity conflict. Pearl struggles to balance her rural identity and desire to fit into modern American culture. As you can see here, Pearl in plain farm clothes versus Pearl in glamorous costume. It is reflecting her immigrant identity clashes between American culture and her Germany sides. In this scene, Pearl fantasies highlight between her personal desires and family expectations.
Yes, I can. You don't want to know what I could do to you. I show the ability to you never understand. Spend my days feeding and wiping the snot off the face of the man I marry. You dare!
Ruth values collectivism, while Pearl prioritizes individualism and self-expression. And then the next one is about power distance. In the scene before, Ruth dominating over Pearl at the dinner table, right? So it means Ruth enforces high power distance. She is expecting obedience, but Pearl rebels. So it means that she is showing low power distance. Next, uncertainty avoidance. You see here Ruth scolding Pearl versus Pearl have a reckless audition. Ruth's strictness reflects high uncertainty avoidance. She is preferring safety, while Pearl embraces low uncertainty avoidance by chasing risky dreams. Last one from Hofstede's masculinity versus femininity. You see here Ruth doing farm chores versus Pearl doing dancing. Ruth focuses on survival and discipline. She is values on masculine sides, while Pearl prioritizes emotional and beauty expression. She is values of feminine sides.
That was your supper. The food I worked hard to prepare alone is not.
But Mama, I wrote all that way. I'm starving.
Language and circle of English. Ruth's broken English and accent symbolize outsider status, while Pearl's fluent English places her in the inner circle. Next is about nonverbal communication style. You see in the scene before, Ruth have a silence and stern gesture. It is reflect that she is have a high context communication, while Pearls have a dramatic body language. It is represent that she is have a low context communication.
Where are you going?
To bed.
I did not excuse you from the table. Setz.
In the scene before, cultural and generational gaps cause miscommunication, leading to emotional explosion and misunderstanding between mother and daughter.
Afternoon, Pearl.
Hi, Mitzi. I like your dress.
Oh, thank you.
A socioeconomic imbalance between Mitzi and Pearl show class struggles and dreams of better life. In this film also have a cultural context about post-war, showing how historical events impact cultural communication between Pearl and Ruth. Last one is about modern relevance. So mostly it talk about identity and assimilation. So this film reflects modern immigrant struggles. It is about balancing heritage with self-expression. So in today's world, reflecting cultural adaptation is so hard. So this film reflects that. So, in conclusion, analyze film Pearl 2022 using concepts communication barriers, identity struggles, of state dimensions, and cultural adaptations. It is explain the main character Pearl, internal and external conflicts. Also, with her mother, Ruth, problems too. Thank you so much for your attention today. And last one, I have some questions. The first one, how does cultural heritage influence communication, dreams, and identities? And what lesson can we take about cultural negotiation today? And the next thing, I have some favorite scene, and let's see it together.
I don't feel well. Seems like there's something missing in me that the rest of the world has.
We're looking for something different today. More all-American, younger and blonde. Someone with X factor.
What is wrong with me?